Hi, Brent.
Hey.
That's how I'm going to start the video. Hello. Welcome to the Anything More, Anything Goes. My name is Miguel.
I'm Brendan.
And folks, welcome to episode 95. I think we keep losing track.
This one is 95.
Is it really?
Yes.
Welcome to episode 95, folks. And today, what?
I don't have a camera.
And today, not yet. And today is a nice bye week. There's no big movie coming out, or actually we didn't want to go and see any kind of indie films. So we're watching Austin Powers, the entire trilogy from 1997 through 2002.
Yes.
3 of Brendan's favorite movies that I have now watched for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Even though you think that Love Guru is one of your favorite movies ever.
It's a masterpiece of film.
These are better. All of these are better.
I will get into it later.
But you need to rewatch them more than once, just like the Love Guru.
We'll get into it, okay? One at a time, all right?
Well, what are we getting into? Because that's all we're talking about today.
Let's find out. Oh, behave. So Austin Powers.
Why was that so much gayer?
You don't get like any of the gay innuendos of Austin Powers?
Everybody else, he doesn't make the gay innuendos. Everybody else does.
You sure?
Yeah.
What about fuck me and fuck you?
You mean the Japanese twins who were going to fuck him? That wasn't gay at all.
Oh, no. You're right. I'm sorry. My bad.
Mole.
So.
Okay, let's go. What?
Mole.
Oh.
Okay, so I guess we're going to go in order and we'll talk about them as they've come out.
Yeah.
We're going to treat it kind of like a new release anyway, where I'm going to try to talk about some of the budget and the domestic and international gross.
Yes.
I had something up right now of the budget.
Okay. Just real quick, I did not rewatch the first 2 movies, just the third one, because I thought we were going to watch these together. And then we
how many
kept
times
pushing
have you seen them?
I've seen them like 10 times each,
exactly.
at
so
least.
Does it really matter?
Not really, no.
You know what we should do for episode 100 is we should review the Love Guru.
Yes.
So we'll put it right at the end.
That's 5 episodes from now.
You're I don't even have to watch it again to just be like, man.
The Love Guru.
No, that'll actually be an experience.
Am I going to have to shove these love beads someplace special? Tosh.0. There you go. Sorry, Daniel Tosh is his name. He's not a show. He's got the Tosh Point. He's got the Tosh Point Show now, which is his podcast. And he's like, yes, we did name that on purpose, just to fuck with you.
But Tosh.0 got canceled a long time ago.
No, then it came back, I thought. But then it got canceled again.
I'm sure it did get canceled.
I don't know. I just kind of stopped watching it when it turned into puke jokes. Just constantly.
Really feel like at some point we need some kind of background noise while we're here. Because unless one of us are always talking, it's just kind of like the sound of the fridge that's behind the green screen. Hold on.
Yeah, but they can't hear the fridge.
They can't, but we can. Because my microphone mixing is fucking... So, Austin Powers, number 1. International Man of Mystery. What do you think the budget was?
It's a 90s movie. It probably didn't have the biggest budget in the world. I'm going to go with 40.
16.5.
Wow.
Do you want me to like figure out what that is in today's money, or are we just going to let it
17.5. No, I
bet you it'd be double.
Yeah.
Inflation calculator. Hold on. Brendan, say something funny. Ha ha ha. Please. Brendan.
No. I got nothing to say. We're going to cut this.
Please, error. Please put in something less than $10 million. So it was $16.5 million.
Okay.
And that is a lot of money. What do you think the international gross was?
It was a huge success, so I'm going to say...
Is it a huge success?
Okay, so it wasn't a huge success, so we're going to go with 50. For
a small movie like that, right? Because now we know it is Austin Powers, Mike Meyers, big guy, comedy, whatever. For a small one. You know, what do you think like a rom-com would make, or like a small comedy?
Like 60.
53.5.
Okay.
I think. This is Box Office Mojo, and usually they're right or they're really fucking wrong.
Okay. And then the digital sales from then definitely are like fucking huge.
Since then, it's probably doubled or tripled its gross based on just like, I had to spend $18 to buy it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're still making fucking money.
$18.
Well, it was
you can go to Walmart in a $5 bin and get the whole trilogy.
Okay, listen. Physical media is like a scam, man. It's all about the digital era.
Yeah. Well,
so what do you think?
I was going to keep going, but
I know you were. That's why I do my little... What do you think of... This is one of your favorite movies of all time.
It's great.
As to my knowledge.
Yes.
The first one.
It's phenomenal. It's got emotional moments. It's fucking hilarious. And
I can tell you
overall,
it's the only one that's certified fresh.
Concepts are... Like, it's great because it's just James Bond, but in, like, a warped lens that's also incredibly goofy, but better in spoof than anything we've really gotten.
Oh, yeah. Every other spoof movie we've ever gotten has been shit, like Scary Movie or fucking, like,
I want to say...
Fast and Furious shit.
Is that a spoof?
No, there's a spoof of it.
Oh, okay.
Really bad.
Need for Speed.
Yes. Thank you.
I think it was the last, like, spoof series that we got that was
genuinely did something.
genuinely good. Yeah.
What's funny too is it does feel like it's they've taken SNL sketches and made them into like full movies before.
Yeah.
But this is the first one that I've ever seen that like
because it's not an SNL sketch.
Exactly, but it feels like that vibe, only it gives you an actual like universe and something to like
Yeah,
revel in.
because he got Wayne's World, which was an SNL sketch.
World.
Yeah, where he got 2 of those, and I guess he got like a big enough.
2 of those?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And those are up next. No, you don't have to, but we could.
I don't want to.
But we could.
Good.
But we could.
Episode 100, folks.
Okay.
Mike Meyers.
Mike Meyers again.
Shrek.
Yes.
The Love Guru.
Halloween.
What?
You gotta keep up, man.
I'm sorry. It took me a second, but I got there. So let me tell you, listen, I feel really bad.
Yeah.
Because even though this is the one that's fresh, it's 73 critics, 77 audience. I think this one pissed me off the most.
Why? Were you just not ready for it? Like
I was just like, I don't know what I was expecting, right? Because I've seen little clips of these through Instagram and whatever, and I've seen like little bits when it comes on TV all my life. But this movie just like, I guess maybe when we were watching the first one, I wasn't really in the universe where I'm just like, oh my God, it's Michael Myers. He's doing over the top shit. It's the 90s. I get it. He's also Dr. Evil, and Seth Green is his son. A bunch of different shit. I guess I just wasn't ready for it, to where some of the jokes that were supposed to be like super funny over the top, they went over my head, or I was like, that is funny to a 6-year-old.
But that's why it is funny.
Exactly,
because it's toilet
Which
humor.
Is closer than I got to in the second one.
It's toilet humor, but they play it completely straight to where
it's so fucking serious.
You laugh at it because you're like, there's no way you're that fucking dumb. And it's great because of that. And it also helps that I just saw an interview with Seth Green where he said that he played Scotty as a drama. He just played it seriously, which is why he's just like, they're like, you don't understand me, Dad. Whatever. Like, he doesn't have any jokes.
You know who I really like though was the girl. Whose name I don't remember.
Elizabeth.
Demi Moore is a producer.
Yes, of all of them, which is fucking wild.
Elizabeth Hurley.
Yes, Elizabeth Hurley.
What else has she done?
She was great. A lot. She was in a movie with Brendan Fraser where she played the devil. She's in a TV show about royalty that ended kind of recently.
Brendan, I'm looking at her discography.
Discography, she got music?
Her filmography.
Thank you.
And everything but like 2 are rotten. And they're rotten like below 30.
Oh.
So
how is Bedazzled? Or
what is Bedazzled?
Or something like that. That's the one with Brendan Fraser.
Bedazzled 50. With an audience score of 43.
Okay.
I liked her a lot.
I like her. I think
she was
she's
really
great,
like, right, I don't like, because I was looking at it partially through a serious lens, especially in the first watch. I was like, maybe she shouldn't just fall in love with him so quickly. Maybe there's got to be something else there. Yeah. And it was kind of just like, he's like, you want to fuck? And she was like, no. And then he just kept going, you want to fuck? And eventually she was like, well, maybe.
But you know why?
The mojo.
Well, he made her laugh. So she was like, get the fuck away from me, you weirdo. And then it was just like, get away from me, you weirdo. And then she'd turn away and like giggle a little bit. And then be like, God damn it, he's fucking funny.
I think it's the teeth that really get him too.
Yeah.
The teeth and the, what's the obsession with the male gender symbol? Is that just like
a 60s thing? Like it was just
really?
a vibe, yeah. Just they were round, like masculinity, femininity, like they were just emblems that were used in the time.
Like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Daddy.
I'm not a fan. Well, right. This is like,
there.
Stop it. This is that's the third one. This is a stretch. You like a lot of older, we'll call classic rock now music.
Yes.
Are you a fan of things like the 60s? Because I think part of the reason I couldn't connect with this movie is because I don't really like, the fridge is quiet now. I really like the early 2000s and the 2010s and the 90s, but anything pre-90s I've never like found myself emotionally attached to.
60s is not my favorite thing, but I do like the I like
how groovy it is.
I do like grooviness. I do like Vietnam era like music, but like Fortunate Son kind of shit, like the trees are speaking kind of music.
I was about to say. Couldn't even let me get it out first.
No,
I read my mind too quickly.
Like not all 60s music, but like like the psychedelic stuff and like what he was doing, like I didn't really care about any of that. Him dressed up like that and like with the fucking ascot or whatever.
I love the little dance number in every opening.
Yes.
I love the consistency in that.
It's amazing. It's just he commits to every bit so hard.
Yes, he does.
And each movie is so formulaic, but in a great way that you expect. But it's because
the amount of charisma that's coming out like through his pores into the camera. You're like, This is fucking stupid, but I'm having fun.
Is it that it's his charisma, or it's that he's having everybody else play it like he's so charismatic that you believe he is? Because, not to jump ahead, but the third one, his dad was fucking charismatic.
His dad was fucking great. Michael Caine.
Yeah.
That's...
I want to try, but I'm not going to do it.
It's not a good idea. I'm not an accent or a impersonation person.
No. Ventriloquist. No.
Michael
Caine. No.
Sorry, mine was a bit more mean. Yours was...
I was just doing what you just said because I thought that's where you were going with it. Okay.
So the first one, International Man of Mystery.
It's great.
It is fine.
It's great.
I feel like, right, my problem with this is we're going to wind up jumping ahead back and forth, so I give up. The first one, maybe this is also just the way we watched it. The first one to me is very like proof of concept and like we're going to give you some money, like do it. Because you could tell because the budget like doubles every movie.
Yeah.
They're like, do it. You're going to have some fun. I'm sure some people are going to like it. Go for it. Like in the second one is more like testing the waters in terms of character and story and the way that everybody's played and whatever. And it's not until you get to the third one where they're like, they really hit their fucking stride as characters individually.
I think that what it is the first one is...
Perhaps it is entirely production budget.
Very close to what like a 1960s James Bond film probably would be.
Austin Pussy.
Yes. I have not seen them, so I cannot guarantee that. But like even Dr. Evil is like a Bond villain. Like he looks just like him.
I know.
But you could tell the way it works, the tropes that they're making fun of, like you're not gonna watch them. Well, you know they're gonna get away. Like it's just like those kind of things. Like it's just like they're making fun of the tropes in that and like the universes that would be in there, and then you get to the second one and they're still making fun of those jokes, but now that you're familiar with the character, they're able to build on
that. You
and
feel
the
it out
third
a little
one,
bit more.
it's just pretty much
They're
you're
like,
in the universe.
They're like,
so
you're going to get this, you're going to do a trilogy, and that's it.
You're getting jokes that are in universe about different characters that you've seen. And those are all great.
I like the third one a lot.
Yeah.
And we'll get to it. Okay.
The second, well, I just really quick on the first one that I want to touch. It's actually something I hated when I was a child because I just didn't care, and I was like, funny.
Give me more jokes.
Yeah, but the serious part of it, where he's just like this swagger, like full-filled guy who's just like,
with a dick pump.
No, who throws a shoe? Honestly, see, that's a good joke.
Good joke. Yes.
Which they called back to who throws a cupcake. Honestly, that's my Dr. Evil voice, which is terrible, but yeah. That was during the last movie that clearly you weren't paying attention to.
Well, that's your fault.
That was in the first 20 minutes.
Was it?
Yes.
The last
you were
30
gone.
minutes, I was so not okay. I was sleeping with my eyes open.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm like, you sleeping? You're like, no.
I was like...
And then you're like, I'm going to put on Deadpool now. And I'm like, usually he tells me to leave when the movie's over because he wants to go to bed. But if he's up, he's up. And then I looked over and she was knocked out. You were knocked out. I'm like, I'm going to go.
It was slow, too. It was like... It was one of those ones where I'm watching and I'm like, oh, this is.
So you got like none of the ending.
No, I got all of the ending.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was just, let's be honest here. You brought edibles to my house.
Yeah.
And by the time the end of the movie hit is when I was like, man, it's fucking bedtime.
Yeah.
I guess so.
But it was good.
Tell me about the first one. What
the
were you
first
saying?
one, it's got this serious moment where he goes from being this guy who's the epitome of cool to just an outsider and just a goof, really. And you really see like it kind of like it's a serious moment where you're just like him being out of time is really like fucked up, and like you see him crossing off these names of fucking people who he knew, and like fucking
everybody's fucking dead.
Mama Cass ham sandwich. She died by choking on a ham sandwich.
Okay.
So she was like cause of death, ham sandwich.
Some of the little ones are.
So like
I feel like I definitely need to go back and watch these movies again. I'm just not going to do it for like a year or two.
And that's the other thing. Even though like the music itself, I am aware of a lot of the culture of '60s and like famous figures and things like that, which is why I love Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is like '60s, '70s vibe.
I wanted to see how long you keep a straight face while I was doing that.
I just wanted to see if you would keep the camera on me or like take it off of me and just only on you while I'm talking of you just doing
it's based on our speaking.
Yeah, but you can go in and edit
probably
it
when I go done,
Yeah.
It'll cut to me going like this, and then come back to you being super serious.
Okay. Well, I like that in the first one.
Yes.
I also like the fact that, like, people pointed it out online that they're like, even though he's, like, the most sexed up guy ever, like, there's a very specific scene where she's just plastered, and she's like, oh, come on, fuck me. And he's like, you're destroyed.
Yeah.
Just go to bed.
As he's
still a gentleman.
exactly. He still has a conscience. He still cares about people.
Which
He
I
just
feel like
also
James
does
Bond
dumb
wouldn't
shit.
do.
No, James Bond would. Can I say that on the podcast?
He would do bad things.
He would do very bad things to an unconscious woman. Bad James.
This is really
Bad.
growing on me.
It is.
It's because the smokiness you
so
taste less and less as
good.
you drink it.
Shout out to also it's surprisingly strong. Okay.
The last
I
time I had a
ate
drink
today.
was the last podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you. You went from like getting hammered a couple times a week to not drinking at all.
Yeah, but I smoke most days.
Yeah, that's you
Nice.
supplement one addiction for another. That's okay.
But it's so nice because I go to the gym. I'm feeling great doing whatever
Yeah.
I eat. I go lay in bed, take a little
We're
something.
opposites. I haven't been to the gym like more than once this week.
And I just watch some TV shows, knock out, wait the
Oh,
next
yeah.
day, just do it all over
Beat.
again. Just good.
See, but my problem is I keep smoking,
Yeah.
right? Or having the edibles or whatever, and I sleep like shit, and I wake up exhausted.
Mhm.
And I don't know if that's from the weed or because I
Yes.
am just like,
Yes, that is it.
then why do you do that?
Because I'm so used to it now that I don't really notice it, and I'm also not doing it like all the time because like I play hockey on like
maybe it's
Tuesdays.
just because I notice it more,
Mhm.
or because I put so
Yeah.
much care into my sleep. That's why I have the smart ring and do
Yeah.
whatever. So maybe that is like the big thing impacting me. This is really the Austin Powers and rambling episode.
Yes.
I love bye weeks.
But like I also play hockey, and I get home and like from showering and everything, and I'm finally going to bed at like 1 a.m.
You shower with other dudes?
No, at home.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a Tuesday, so I'm up at 1. I have to be at work by 8:30 the next day.
you
So
can't
I'm falling asleep out of exhaustion at that point,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the week I'm just so tired that you just smoke a little bit and you just knock the fuck out. So it's fine.
Second Austin Powers?
What?
What?
Hmm?
The second movie.
Oh, we're just going right into it?
I'm just gonna.
That was a bad transition.
Well, no, my goal is
Yeah.
whenever we talk is to try to find a spot where I'm like, I'm waiting for you. It's kind of like a video game, right? Where you're red. And the minute you turn green, I can hit you with a lasso and pull you. And sometimes I throw it on the red anyway. And I'm just like,
Fuck.
come back, Brendan.
Well,
I missed up.
So the first one's great, but the second one,
Is worse
yes.
in arguably every way. It is sophomore slump syndrome. Hold on.
I don't care about the fucking budget.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Okay, well, while you Google it instead of silence, I'm going to keep
$33
talking.
million.
So double the budget.
What was the Yes, I told you. What was the international gross?
70.
So the first one was 53.
70.
206.
Holy shit.
Quite a significant
Yeah,
jump.
you can
right
tell
there.
that fucking home video fucking box office came in for them.
Oh, I know. Can you tell me what the Rotten Tomatoes was?
40.
53. Audience was 71.
Yes.
People like this one.
It's good.
not.
It was actually my least favorite growing up, and then for a while it was on TV more often than the other ones, and there's certain
Which is
things. The girl in it, whose name I forget currently. Pause for dramatic effect.
I thought you were. Hold on, wait, because the way you set this up, I can't fucking read anything. Hold on. Austin Powers.
The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Spy fucked me.
Shagwell. Great last name. The innuendos are great.
The innuendos are phenomenal.
Oh, from
I love the names.
The first one. Hold on. Just really quick.
Heather Graham.
Heather Graham. Great in this as
And then
well.
they killed fucking the last one because she was a fembot.
Yes.
That made me so sad. I liked her a lot.
So same, but it's the same thing with the Bond thing. Every time his wife or girlfriend has to die, and he gets a new one every movie.
And then he
So-
just completely ignores her after the first
But I
couple
just
minutes.
love how they actually got her back
Oh,
just
yeah.
to die.
It wasn't just like a robot. She was like, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
come back for 5 minutes.
And
Who
he's
cares?
just like, you guys fucking knew? He's like, yeah. He's like, what? Why the fuck didn't you say anything?
That's what really, to me, makes this like feel like its own little
Yeah.
cornerstone of a genre, because they're like so prepared for it to be so dramatic and have this big deal.
Yeah.
And instantly they're like, time to move on. The story must progress. And Austin Power goes,
The only
time to fuck the next one.
the only jokes in these movies that do not hit that they did in the first two, which I'm glad they got rid of in the third one, because in the second one it really annoyed me, is he's like, ladies and gentlemen, Ed Baccarat, or whatever the fuck his name is, and this guy would just play the piano
yes.
every time, and it would
Yes.
grind the movie to a halt.
You know which
And I'm
joke I
like,
really fucking
why?
hate? I loved it in the first one.
Yes.
In the second one, I found it annoying. In the third one, I found it fucking appalling that they would even do it.
What?
Zip.
I love it.
Zip it.
It's good. Zip it good.
I hate that. Or
I love it. Hubbity wudda. Hubbity wudda. Like, it's just the most childish.
why did you just have a stroke?
Because that's what he did. Hubbity wudda. Like, he just makes a face. He does this with his hands. And it's just the same. And that's what you said. It's the callback.
Yeah.
It's every single one they do it in a
Yeah.
slightly different way.
Which for some works great. Some do not.
It's every time he interacts with Scotty, it's
It's
horrific.
phenomenal. Yes,
That's
especially in the
exactly what
ending.
that is, though.
Yes. Well,
And in the first one, where they're on the fucking talk show and everything, and he's there with other
it's
evil dads.
fucking. What's his name? What's that fucking guy's name? He died last year. What's his name?
It doesn't write it down. He's on there, and it's like evil dads. It's like a KKK member, a Nazi, and Dr. Evil. And he's talking to him. He's like, "You're not even evil. You're quasi-evil. You're the Dr. Coke of evil. Just 1 calorie. Not quite evil enough." Like, it's just the banter back and forth between them is so ridiculous, but it's phenomenal.
Can't find this guy's fucking name. I don't remember.
Springfield?
Bruce Springsteen.
No. Springer. Jerry Springer.
Jerry Springer. He died last year. Yes, that's what I was right. We completely forgot to talk about the fact that Will Ferrell's in all of these movies.
Just the first 2.
Really?
Yes. You just watched the third one. He's not in it. Yeah. I actually hate him the most.
Yeah,
his deaths thing goes on. It's funny, and then it's not. But in the second one, we got Vern Troyer introduced as Mini-Me, which is quite possibly
the best casting.
One of my favorite characters in anything ever.
Oh, yeah.
He's so good. And the fact that they chose to not make him talk and just have him go, for every sound that he makes is just great.
The fucking 180 between like watching Dune like 2 weeks ago and Austin Powers this week is fucking crazy.
It's just, you can appreciate art and then you can appreciate the stupidity that the movies just allow you to get.
Yes.
And I love it.
What a fucking cast, too. Rob Lowe is in this movie, too.
He is. He's great.
He's great. Number two.
The Starbucks product placement.
Yes. We were talking about that, too. I love the way that, like, the way the time travel works is so nonchalant and it like doesn't make sense, and they're just they even have a quote about it in one of the movies where they're like, it doesn't make sense to us or even the audience.
The fourth wall breaking,
great. It's funny too because we're watching Deadpool 1 and 2, so it's nothing but fourth wall breaking.
He does it so flawlessly, and it's in this so tongue-in-cheek way that you're just like, you're a fucker, but God, you're funny.
I'm gonna check the cameras.
Okay.
Got my butthole.
That's short. You're gonna check the camera. Ah, my butthole. I didn't see what you were doing, and I heard the sound, and I got very concerned because I said butthole, and then I heard
I was kissing
your butthole.
My own butthole.
Yes.
Just like in The Love Guru, where he puts his head in his ass.
We're not talking about that today.
But we will. We'll talk about it later.
We're talking about Austin Powers, the second one,
where
all the budget is clearly at the end of the movie when he's on the moon.
Yes, which is just like back to the time travel, just like the way they do it.
Yeah, great,
stellar, love it, perfectly comic book. The girl, very funny, a lot of charisma.
Yeah,
no real word about it, what happens to her after the movie, but
she doesn't want to go to the future with him.
Oh, she stays.
Yeah.
Aww.
And you know who doesn't?
Who?
Beyonce. She just comes like no questions asked, like in the first 10 minutes of the movie, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Fat Bastard gets introduced as well.
Fat Bastard. Oh my God.
Always the biggest dickhead, and then a 5-minute monologue about how such a sad guy he is, and then ruins it every time by shitting his pants.
Fat Bastard is probably one of the ones whose jokes are entirely like a flip of a coin, 50-50 if they're funny or not.
Oh, I love them.
He flips it. He flips the coin. Lays out the joke, and you're like, he shit his pants. Funny.
How did you not?
He got ass fucked. Sad.
What about when it looks like a baby? I'm gonna eat you.
I've got to
get in my belly.
That's a good one.
And then I want my baby back. Oh, chilies.
Yes.
That whole scene.
Yes.
I cry to every time from laughter. It's fucking amazing. And then there's a scene where she has to put the thing in his butt to track him, and every time I gag a little.
So many emotions.
There's a lot of, and that's what it is. These movies are great. There's highs, there's lows, there's happy, there's sad. There's what the fuck was that?
There's weird time travel where he's like hangs out with himself and then tries to like.
Yeah, and because it's been a while, I don't remember if this is the first or second one, but I think it was the second one where it's the woman who's like, die, Powers! And she won't fucking die.
The screaming lady.
Yeah.
I love her so much. I love her the most when when Dr. Evil says one thing and she yells it at the top of her lungs.
Not her. The redheaded one who gets shot with a rocket launcher and falls out the window and like won't fucking die.
Not a clue.
Okay.
I have
The
no
other
idea.
one. Yes.
Screaming.
Yes. I have been making
love the way you
references to
gave up.
her the entire time we have been friends. And not once have you reacted, but not once have I noticed until we watched this. And she started doing it and you started laughing. I'm like, oh, he had no idea what this was.
Not a fucking clue.
Open the door! Like, I cannot even yell like that.
No.
It's just great.
I mean, I could if my throat would stop hurting.
I could, but like,
It's been like 4
the
weeks.
mic would fucking...
The mic would fucking...
Yeah. It would...
Why is your volume so much higher?
He would
than mine?
blow up harder than all the fembots' heads whenever Austin Powers uses his mojo. Which I love that they made mojo just like...
The microphone is so loud.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be fun for
Yes,
the
it
audience.
I'm just going to turn that down a little bit.
Where it's just like they pull purple goo out of his frozen penis and they're like, this is his mojo. And I'm like, is that semen? Is it like 60s semen? Like, what is
Why
that?
was semen in the 60s purple?
Because of the mojo
Oh, yes. Sorry.
and the LSD.
There you go.
So...
This liquor connects us. That's what it does.
Yes, it does. I feel like it's just making us think we're funny, but it's just for us.
Listen, man. It's a bye week.
Yeah.
Okay? This is like in podcast world if you had a vacation because we cover things that happen so quickly.
Yeah.
Not that we don't have a chance to breathe, but we don't have a chance to be like, I want to go back and watch this one that we missed last week. And whatever. We don't have a chance.
Well, we wanted to watch the Muscle movie with Kristen Stewart,
Muscle
but
movies,
like
yes.
we
Love
just
Lies
watched
Bleeding.
the Drive Away Dolls, and it just seemed like a lot to watch back to back, and you were busy with work, so it just kind of...
It's more so that I was busy. I
Yeah.
would have been down to go see it.
We
but
would have
I-
watched it, yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot to watch Invincible.
Yeah.
So
Which
there
I
was no
did,
time
and
to
I
anything.
really wanted to talk about it today because you missed a lot.
Is Spider-Man in it?
No,
I don't give a shit.
but it's violent. It's violent as fuck. Like, probably
I
the
will
most
watch it.
violent
I'll
episode.
probably watch it tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
It's great.
And then we'll talk about more Invincible when the season's over because there's only 4 fucking episodes and they keep skipping out.
Yeah, back to Austin Powers. So, after this
That was a
sponsored
good
break...
segue. Hi, folks. Why are you dancing? Today's episode is sponsored by... I was going to say Brendan's dick. Now in life size.
Now in life size. Was it not before?
No. Well, no, I meant like life size to a person. A penis the size of a man.
Oh!
Can't make a short out of that one.
Is that going to be the mascot for our channel? Just
A penis?
My dick,
You-
yeah. Just a dude walking around in a penis costume. Oh, look, it's my dick.
Hey, man, how are you? That's my
it
dick.
too. Yeah,
That's
just
my
the
dick.
most normal guy. Just like, why are you guys like this?
He has to have it like a twirly side. He's like, the Anything But podcast filming that way at like a convention. And he's like, the other side says, I'm Brendan's dick.
You think we get more views that way? Think we can hire someone to do that?
I mean, views have gotten a little better last couple weeks.
Oh, good.
Last couple days, rather.
Yes.
Slowly trying to work out of the shadow ban.
Yes, but we got to get back to this.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
The second one. Anything else you wanted to really like mention? on
I
it?
honestly fucking hate the second one.
Where did this come from?
The rage in my body, Brendan.
It's
I just like
worse. It's just it let you down.
I was not a huge fan of the first one to begin with, right? There's
Yeah.
a lot of good moments, like I said,
Nice.
as we both collectively shit our pants. I'm not a big fan of the first one in general. There's parts of it that are really great. There's parts that stick out, but there's parts that just,
Yeah.
can't stand it. The second one dials up all the parts I can't stand with the and doesn't give me enough
It's
of the,
so good.
it's not.
But-
It's so fucking annoying.
But then you had the mini-me things and everything.
Mini-me is great.
He's
Mini-me
just
is a
doing
phenomenal
whatever.
addition.
Rob Lowe is number 2.
Rob Lowe is
It's a
great.
welcome addition. The get weird fucking sex scene between him and Frau, where they is when Scotty
That's
is
right.
conceived.
Yes.
Off the fucking wall,
Yes.
but like funny as hell.
Is this the one with the flashback? No, it's the third one.
Yes.
Mm,
What flashback?
where they're in the academy?
Oh yeah, that's the third
That's
one.
the third. Yes, because
Yes.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. He kind of talks like he's got some marbles like over here. I can't do it though.
Batman.
He's always got a full mouth like this, but then add like a Cockney accent.
He's got Brendan's
I'm
dick in
Michael
his mouth.
Caine. I feel like he has to make sounds like that when he's on his own. Like just
I
make
mean, now
dumb
he's like in his 90s and retired, so probably not.
just never I'm Michael Caine.
He ever does it. He wakes up, he goes past the mirror, he goes, Michael Caine.
You know what's great?
No.
If he just like gets senile as fuck and just thinks he's actually Austin Powers' dad. You get in a lot of trouble.
Nigel Powers. He would. In 2024, he'd get arrested.
Yes.
He'd go to prison for a long time. So we can talk about the last one then.
Okay.
Austin Powers in Goldmember is the title.
Great fucking movie.
What is the budget? Can you tell me? Can you guess?
70.
63. What is the international gross? Mind you, the last one was 206.
About 500.
213. That's why there's not a fourth one.
They're working on it. They have been for quite some time, though.
For 15 years.
No, for like the past 5. It was supposed to be a trilogy, but then they're like, why don't we just do another one? They're like, we got to make sure it's good.
I feel like, right, I'm not judging. Because I've also, as people who've watched this can tell, I've gained quite a bit of weight over the last year and a half. I'm not judging Michael Myers for being a heavier set gentleman.
Yes.
But I feel like it would or it'd be funny.
He's almost 60 now.
I feel like Mike Myers being Austin Powers, but being like 240 pounds or like almost whatever, kind of defeat the purpose.
Yes.
Or if they do it correctly, it's funny as fuck.
You know what's really funny?
No.
He falls in love with the ones in the first 2 movies, but then he's got Beyonce, who we Googled it. She's 21 in this film, and he's 40.
39.
And even though there is sexual tension there, and they do kind of end up as a couple,
They ain't fucking.
Yeah, they don't seem like that.
But I feel like that's different. Because at this point, Beyonce was incredibly famous.
Yes.
I stand by the fact that, because we talked about it, she didn't peak until like Lemonade 2017, or maybe 2016, when people were like cult-like. She in this movie, to me, makes such a little sense.
Why?
In terms of her career path, right?
Oh, but she's so good in it, though.
She is fucking phenomenal. Nowadays, she would never do something like this.
I don't know.
We don't know her as a person.
We don't.
You can gladly hit us up. Our email is listed below. But I just like...
Beyonce, please, let us know. Would you be interested in Austin Powers 4? We gotta know.
She'd have to show up to die.
Yes.
You know, had been 20 years. You'd have to show up and be like, come on, baby.
Or she realized that she was with the guy 30 years her senior and went, fuck this.
Yeah, it's probably a bad idea. 20 years.
Mini-Me's dead. Can't really bring that back. But the way that 3 ended... Scotty is the villain now, so you could have a whole arc with that. You got Dougie, Dr. Evil, doing... Thank
you for clarifying.
Well, like, whatever, and I feel like they could have made that really, really shitty, but I really enjoyed it. I liked it.
The third one?
They're like, he's your brother. Like, I'm like, that could have been super cheesy.
It felt so cliche, but at the same time,
it's a 30-year-old movie, 20-year-old movie.
It's so good, the way that they do it. So first of all, right, to start from the beginning, Brendan.
Chuck, what?
54, 53, rotten, 44 audience, so even worse.
But it's the best one.
But it's clearly the best one from the beginning. The opening, with all the little cameos.
Britney Spears, Steven Spielberg, the composer.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Quincy Danny
Jones.
DeVito. Quincy Jones is the conductor.
Oh, yes. Danny DeVito, Kevin Spacey, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Miss Kevin Spacey.
Who does? No, never mind. So
I'm not saying what he did wasn't wrong.
I'm just saying
I miss him as an actor.
You don't care. He needs to be in movies. Who cares what he did? That's what you're saying. Your words, not mine.
People love Kanye West. I love Kevin Spacey.
I was listening to Power at the gym yesterday. So, you know, you got to separate the artist from the not art. What they did. The creepiness. Well, I mean, Kanye's not a creepy thing, but like,
okay.
I mean, it's kind of creepy.
Because we're going to continue to devolve, and I can't fucking...
Where's your line for Kanye? When do you have to stop?
Life of Pablo.
What?
Anything after the Life of Pablo, I don't really enjoy.
No, I mean, stop. What is he going to have to do in order for you to genuinely stop listening to everything he's done?
I genuinely really stopped listening to Kanye West when he did that thing in 2019 when he was trying to run for president, and he was in like that big black room with a bunch of people, and he was like, I'm doing a campaign speech, and he's yelling, he's like, I almost killed my baby. When he was fucking losing it, and people were like, you should take your meds, and he was like, fuck you.
I was Pete Kanye. What are you talking about?
Yes, that's when he lost me entirely, because that man needs to be medicated and is fucking psychotic.
It's just hard for me to let go of things like Power because of the Saints Row series.
His discography from like Life of Pablo before is fucking...
Like, I only listened to like 5 songs in total.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is a masterpiece. We spoke about this on an episode 5 years ago.
Next.
I make you feel old?
Yeah.
So...
I was 20. Couldn't drink.
Legally. So, Goldmember The jokes,
A great welcome
perfect.
member. No pun. No
The
pun.
shot, the cinematography. There's nothing stellar about it, but it feels so much more like there's so much more care. Things feel like so much less blurry, and the white balance is like something people don't care about in the first two. Everything feels so blown out. And this one, you're like, wow.
The cinematography mattered a bit, like
A lot more, yes.
Yeah, the set design, not really the cinematography. Yes.
I'd give it both.
Him as a character, so much more
developed. Yes.
Yes.
A person, not just
the weird tics of like just mumbling something to himself.
No, that's Goldmember.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Oh.
What were you talking about?
I was talking about the movie as a whole.
Oh.
Goldmember is fucking hilarious.
He's great.
He is so good.
The Faja. You have no idea.
I can't remember any of his... Exactly what you said before is what was so funny to me. Is his jokes being like, you were born by your mother and your father. It's like stupid shit.
That's not what he did, but okay. By your mother and your... You're using it to just finish sentences. You would be like, oh, the Golden Girls, Betty White. Like... It would be some random shit that was kind of had to do with what he was talking about, but also no one, not one fucking person went, are you okay for that? It was the other part where he's like, why don't you melt his dinky off and paint it gold? And Austin Powers just zooms in. How about no, you crazy Dutch bastard? And it's just like, okay, that someone's pointing
Stop trying to eat the mic, bro. I knew it was gonna happen. Why would you do that?
I bit the actual mic, it hurt.
That's so gross. These mics have to last until we make money. Now there's your fucking spit in it.
Spit.
Saliva.
And look,
I'm gonna start doing that.
All the girls do. Just the fucking...
He also just looks fucking ridiculous. The skin
is so gross.
Is so bad. He goes, can you put that in my skin box?
And he goes, oh, there's that's a good one. It's salty.
Everyone's like, what the... Those they'll acknowledge. They won't acknowledge this one. But they're like...
Did you just eat your own fucking skin?
It was salty. Batman.
And the amount of jokes... So you pointed it out like 4 or 5 times during the third film. But how many jokes did you know from this series as a whole that you didn't realize...
Only from the third one?
No, but did you notice any from the first 2 at all?
No.
That's because I only make jokes about the third one, apparently. Smoking a pancake, cigar and a waffle, bun to the blints.
Mole.
Mole. So I also saw another thing the other day about this. I don't know why I'm starting to see interviews about this, unless you're trying to ramp up for perhaps it coming out. I don't know.
Mole.
Where he was just
I am
like...
a little lightheaded.
My favorite one is that it's just, it's a mole. I want to chop it up and make some guacamole. He's just poking it with a stick. And I found
don't like that it has hair on it.
He had a mole, which is where that came from. And apparently there were some girls who noticed him out in public and they're like, is that the guy from Wayne's World? And they're like, nah, he doesn't have that giant gross mole. And then he's like, well, now it's in a movie. And I felt really bad for him for
interviews.
That. Yes.
You were in the middle of saying something. Oh, is that what
that was the interview,
oh,
yes.
Shit. Okay. That makes more sense.
But there's just so much from this. I love that they took Michael Caine from like some movie from like 30 years prior and used like reused footage of him young instead of trying to de-age him, which works so much better.
It does, because it's in black and white. It's perfect.
Great. No, it's sepia. Like brownish yellow kind of color. It wasn't black and white.
I always forget that you kind of know this stuff because you went to school for it.
Yes. Which is why you could tell that Austin Powers was still in his baby outfit in still blue and the giant glasses, which is the most adorable baby I've ever fucking seen. And then there's Dr. Evil, who's just a regular bald baby.
We could talk about the flashback when they're younger.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the way that they embodied those fuckers. The way that it was
both in college,
perfect.
Not as the babies.
Don't remember the baby. So yes, in college. I was expecting, right?
Yeah.
Unrelated to exactly what I was just saying. They did a shot of Michael Caine, right? And it was Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Alfred. They did a shot of Alfred, of him in a newspaper or something. And it clearly looked photoshopped.
No, not to me. It looked real.
It looked photoshopped to me.
I think because you didn't believe he was in the movie.
Exactly. Maybe it looked like his face and then they just like found a way to put the teeth in there. Yeah. I was like, that's crazy. Of course, Michael Caine's his dad.
Yeah.
That's the actor. They would never be able to. Oh my God, he's here.
Yeah, and he's great.
He's fucking perfect.
A little bit above his pay grade, below his pay grade, though.
Incredible. This had to have been a passion project.
I guess so, because he seems like he probably could have been James Bond when he was younger, but he couldn't. So this feels like a good spot
now he's
for him.
fucking old.
Yep.
Still love him.
Yeah. Oh, I love Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. There's a movie that's actually an old movie from the 70s, I think, called
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. I forget.
When are you gonna get his new chairs?
I don't know. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, where it's him and Steve Martin, and they're just
such a weird fucking pair.
Scam artists, and it's just them being dicks to each other the whole movie. It's great, and I get, because he's supposed to be a bit of a higher end guy in that, I see a little bit of that character in this, even though they're completely different. But you haven't seen the movie.
No, I haven't.
Don't agree with me. How dare you?
No. The whiskey's hitting harder than anticipated.
Is it because your glass is empty, mine's not?
That could be a good reason. You also poured like a fucking...
The bottle needed to be spanked, okay? That is the weirdest bottle I've ever seen in my life.
As a joke that nobody else will get but us.
Yep, that's just for you.
Because it didn't want to pour out, so we had to...
You just kind of kept smacking it, and then it would come out. I don't know what happened, but...
We thought it was broken. We thought we didn't understand how liquor worked.
So... Mini-Me being...
A dog. What? No, Mini-Me in this movie is perfect.
Him in the Austin Powers outfit...
Oh my God. Ridiculous.
Amazing.
Fucking absurd.
The jokes and everything that they make at his expense throughout all of it, just getting his ass beat.
Yeah.
I love it. And I love that they're genuinely friends of real life.
Are they? Well, he's dead, so they're not. But they were.
Yeah.
I think the one thing I didn't touch on enough in this entire trilogy is Mike Meyers. Right. As Austin Powers, he embodies that shit and it's fucking perfect. But as Dr. Evil...
He's great.
Dr. Evil's fucking funnier than Austin Powers. Because Dr. Evil's fucking hilarious.
Austin Powers is tropes of a bunch of different characters.
Yes.
Dr. Evil is straight up just Lorne Michaels, the creator of SNL. And the voice in the nose that they give him and everything.
Wasn't Mike Myers on SNL?
Yes. That's why he has all that experience with him. He's based it off of people he knew in real life. Fat bastard, the Scottish accent, his dad. Not his dad wasn't a fat bastard, but I'm just saying, like the influence. Like he's done a whole bunch of other movies where he's done Scottish accents because of that.
Shrek.
Yes, Shrek. I'm married an axe murderer.
The Pentaveret.
The Pentaveret, yes. All of it is great because he just pulls from all these experiences of real life people, but for Austin Powers, it felt like he pulled more from characters. So it wasn't. He's not going to say that he wasn't as good of a character or anything like by any means, but you can tell there's a bit more depth to the other ones.
Yes.
Because you could tell he's pulled from somewhere real on those, whereas Austin Powers, it's a lot of tropes.
It's a lot of tropes and something he's creating as he goes along.
Which I still fucking love.
Of course, I'm not complaining at all.
Now that you've seen all these, he takes a lot of that and puts it into the Love Guru.
Yes. Except so many of the little things, I was like, it's just can you do the yell, please?
What? Oh yeah!
No, not that. That microphone is broken. No. Oh! I can't do it. Oh!
That?
Quaking pudding.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I don't know.
You've seen this movie too many fucking times.
Quickie pudding.
So there's so many great references that are pulled from here and put into the Love Guru,
which is why
I never noticed.
No, which is why I like the Love Guru, because they were in comparison to that. That means you just saw a fucked up movie and went, this is great.
No.
Oh, no, because you didn't see Austin Powers
15 times.
You didn't see Austin Powers, so to you, that was great, but to everyone else, it was outplayed and overdone and like not done as well. And to
that's
you, you're
why
like,
it deserves better than a 3.8.
This is fantastic.
I fucking love it. We got to watch it again.
It's still good.
The problem is we have to like
give it
find
some
a way
time
to become inebriated and do it.
If only there was a way.
Well, you're trying not to drink. I'm not trying to.
I'm not going out of my way to not drink, but I'm trying not to drink just like willy-nilly.
This man has done so many Shrek things.
Yes, he has.
And then Amsterdam.
Got to be in the new one. What's Amsterdam? Oh yeah,
bad movie.
Yeah. What else? What else is he? Let's talk a bit more about Mike. Have you ever seen A Married an Axe Murderer?
We're gonna go from his newest stuff to some of his oldest stuff, and I'll skip over the ones that are stupid, like a commercial. Amsterdam, The Pentaveret, Bohemian Rhapsody, Terminal.
Are we not breaking these down? You're just reading them off?
I'm reading a couple, and then if any of them stick out, we can talk about them.
Okay.
Shrek's Swamp Stories, SNL, Shrek's Thrilling Tales, Shrek's Yule Log, Donkey's Caroling Christmas-tacular, Scared Shrekless. Shrek Forever After.
Do you really have to keep doing all the dumb
Madonna's
ones?
Celebration. That's why I had to keep doing them. To get to Madonna. After which you have Inglourious Bastards.
Good. Okay, so let's talk about that one. You saw Inglourious Bastards. I was with you when you watched it.
Are you sure?
Yep. Oh, no, it was my dad. We watched Django. Different Quentin Tarantino
Your
film.
dad and I look nothing alike.
I remember watching a Quentin Tarantino film with. He is a Englishman who gives Michael Fassbender his mission in order to go there and help the Inglourious Bastards.
He just does random
Shows
shit.
up for 5 fucking minutes, does a hell of a job for Mike Myers because it's a completely serious role.
Yeah.
And he just does it just because he... I don't know, because he genuinely wanted to.
Yeah,
like it's not a comedic thing in any way, and it's so great to see him in that movie because I fucking love that movie.
That was the first thing he did after The Love Guru too.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow.
This before that was Shrek the Halls.
Yes. Speaking of Kanye, he's in The Love Guru.
He is. I love hockey.
I love hockey. Okay.
Shrek the Third. Cinderella, Rocked, Wired, and Blues.
Don't even know what those are.
Britney Spears' Greatest Hits. Far, Far Away.
Fair trade-off because she's in the 3rd film.
Shrek 2.
Good movie.
The Cat in the Hat.
No doubt about that.
Nobody knows anything. Shrek, The Ghost of Lord Farquaad.
I saw that. That was a ride in Universal when we were children. You may still be there.
View from the Top. He's in a Beyonce video.
Is he really?
Beyonce, Work It Out. Oh, it's probably from the movie.
Okay.
Shrek and the Swamp Karaoke Dance Party.
Good fucking
Shrek.
shit.
And then the Madonna video collection from 2000. Wow.
There's more.
Madonna, Beautiful Stranger.
You didn't mention Wayne's World. He's done 2 of those movies, so where the hell is all that shit?
We're not there yet.
I thought you were done. Yeah, keep going.
Pete's Meteor.
We're doing all of
Pink Line. 54. Austin Powers Electric Psychedelic Pussycat Swingers Club.
Hold on. What is that?
It's a TV movie.
What?
Austin Powers presents his own kind of psychedelic swinging shindig courtesy of MTV to promote his movie. Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery. Edited in the style of Rowan and Martin's Laugh In, Austin shows clips from his film, including a spotlight on Elizabeth Hurley, and explains how he is adjusting to the 90s after being frozen.
Why are you reading it like you're a woman as a news anchor and you're kind of talking like this?
Lick my fucking balls,
said the Cat in the Hat.
Ain't no doubt about
I don't like green eggs and ham.
I do not like your
balls. I do not really give a damn.
Or a man. Do not like them on a sock. I do not like them on my God.
I knew where you were going, but I couldn't stop it.
Wayne's World 2. I married an axe murderer.
Can I see what the rating is on Wayne's World 2 to see if it's better?
6.2.
6.2
out of
10. Oh, okay. I thought you meant out of 100. Okay.
Very bad.
How was it? I married an axe murderer.
6.5. This is IMDb. So
I love that movie. It's a very dry comedy in comparison, but he also still, in Mike Myers fashion, plays his own father, who's Scottish, and he's got the best lines. He's got his little brother is there, and his dad's yelling at him, and his son's sitting in front of the TV. He's like, "Look at him, his head's huge. It's like an orange on a toothpick." And he doesn't.
Is this the one where they mentioned the Pentaveret?
No. Yes. Yes. Full circle.
That's a great clip.
Yes,
That's a great clip. I'm not even going to try to fucking mimic. It's like, the Pentaveret is a group.
The Pentaveret. Yeah,
they run the world.
That one's a bit more like his actual dad.
Yes.
And then his mom is the woman from the park at Home Alone 2.
Yes, she is. Alice Cooper, Feed My Frankenstein.
He's in that music video?
He is.
Huh.
Cinderella, Hot and Bothered.
Alice Cooper was in Wayne's World. Oh, what did you say?
Wayne's World #1.
What was that last one?
Cinderella, Hot and Bothered.
What is this Cinderella shit?
It's a music video.
Oh, the band Cinderella.
Yes.
That makes a lot more sense. That's like 80s.
John and Yoko, A Love Story.
She shouldn't be in that.
The Littlest Hobo.
Why do I know what that is? Hold on, what is that?
The TV series. He was Tommy.
Never mind.
Bizarre. Range Rider and the Calgary Kid. And then the first one that comes up is King of Kensington.
So Canadian media.
But yes,
Okay.
when he got his start. His discography is so fucking all over the...
Filmography.
Is Rob Lowe in the Pentaveret?
I don't remember.
I'm seeing a clip. He is.
He might. Then why did you ask? Those are all just Mike Myers.
Of course they are. That was supposed to be his next big thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Pentaveret?
Yeah.
And then it was bad. We could watch that.
I don't want to say it was bad, but it wasn't good.
It really was just there.
Yeah.
What's the cast like? Let's see. Let's just humor me for a bit about the Pentaveret.
Mike Myers. The Asian dude from The Hangover, Ken Jeong, I think his name is. I could be wrong. Keegan-Michael Keel. Keegan-Michael Key. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
And then nobody else that I recognize. Jeremy Irons is in every episode.
He's the narrator.
I fucking hate this. Top rated episode, 6.8.
Just if you do watch it, don't skip the intro because the intro is different every episode. And they make comments about it.
Thank you for letting me know.
You're welcome.
About the fear of the Pentaveret.
The Pentaveret.
That one I'll watch. This is really the Mike Myers dedicated episode.
Yes,
you know what? What's the best Shrek movie?
2.
What's the worst Shrek movie?
3. Yeah. Still good though.
Yeah, it is.
You thought there was going to be a debate there. And
no. Shrek 4 is also pretty good.
Shrek 4 I have to watch again. I actually thought it was my least favorite one when I first watched it, but there's a lot going on. It's
pretty good.
I haven't watched it since it came out.
Problem is the third one hurt us so much that when the fourth one came out, we were like...
And then the Puss in Boots movie came out, and it was bad, and the Puss in Boots sequel came out, and it was fucking amazing.
Somehow. I have no idea how that happened.
We should watch that.
We should. Didn't it end with Puss in Boots going back to Far, Far Away?
I don't think so, but John Mulaney's in it.
John Mulaney's in a lot of things.
And Florence Pugh. Like a stacked cast.
What? Hold on. And there's no Shrek cameo?
No,
only in the Pentaveret?
There's a silhouette of him walking over a log like in The Lion King, but with Puss in Boots.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want more Shrek. This comes up so incredibly often in our society. Why are there like 6 or 7 fucking Despicable Me movies and not a new Shrek in 20 years?
Because 2 of them did bad and the Despicable Me ones are still going hard. You know how you can hire like famous mascots or whatever to like show up to your wedding and stuff like that? When I get married, I'm going to hire Mike Myers to dress up as Shrek and come to my wedding.
Yeah, you can figure out that debt. That's all up to you.
What else is he doing? He could use the money.
The Pentaveret.
The Pentaveret.
It's a good name.
It is.
I don't know why the fuck Netflix gave him the money to do it. Where is Shrek 5?
In development.
See, they've been saying that since I was in high school.
Yeah, but I think that it was in early development. They got a little bit more serious about it, and I think after Puss in Boots did really well, I think they were like, we may need to change some things in this.
Shrek 5 teaser trailer. The first trailer. Shrek 5 rebooted.
All those are fake.
Yes, entirely.
Okay.
Shrek 5 confirmation cast and blah, blah, blah. This is from...
A reputable source?
What's today?
The 19th? No, the 16th?
This is from the 2nd.
Oh, not today. What does it say?
A couple days ago.
Read the article. Who's it by, first of all, so we don't get sued?
Screen Rant.
Oh, good. Good channel.
Screen Rant, I kind of... After more than a decade since the last installment of the franchise, fans are still looking forward to Shrek 5 to take them back to Far, Far Away. In 2000...
You're banned. What does it say?
Despite in slow development, Shrek 5 is still happening. And despite alterations... The whiskey is hitting harder than expected.
How have I drank less and it's doing less to me? Healthy liver, it's processing it better.
And despite alterations in direction and storyline, it seems to finally be coming out of the ever-dreaded development hell. The success of Puss in Boots 2 has reignited interest in the Shrek franchise with the acclaimed spin-off movie.
What do you mean reignited interest?
More adventures in the land of Far, Far Away. After such a long wait, Shrek 5 could prove to be the most exciting installment of the franchise that helped put DreamWorks on the map as a powerhouse of CGI animation.
You know what? Here's a genuine question for you. What do you want more of?
Shrek 5.
Shrek 5 or a live-action sequel to the Scooby Doo movies with James Gunn directing and it's rated R?
Why does it have to be one or the other? What kind of fucking question is that?
Which one do you want? You thought it was going to be an easy question.
I did, yes. Well, ratio. Both of those movies are good. 2 out of the 4 Shrek movies are mediocre at best.
Yes.
So, Scooby Doo wins.
Okay,
without a doubt.
What if it isn't rated R?
Shaggy, no, fuck it. Don't even make it.
But the first 2 weren't.
Don't fucking matter.
Don't fucking make it. I don't want to know.
How long has it been? 15 years since the last one?
At least, yeah.
There's so much to do.
My favorite...
Matthew Lillard could show up dressed in purple and we could all freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
He's purple guy.
Why not be Shaggy in the red shirt from that things with like Shaggy? I mean, with Scrappy
Super Saiyan?
No,
Super Saiyan Shaggy?
No, there's like a series of the episodes where Scrappy's in them. Shaggy's wearing a red shirt instead of green. And they even make reference to that in the Cyber Chase one where the alternate versions of them, Shaggy's wearing the red shirt. Fake fan.
100%. I watched that first one hundreds of times.
No, the animated ones.
I have not dedicated any time to watching animated Scooby Doo.
Not as a child, like when you were a kid.
I mean, probably in passing.
Did you watch the one where they were kids, where it was like clearly like 80s, 90s animation?
No, when I was younger, all grown
Those
up,
were good.
and the Rugrats was my shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
Fuck yeah.
Codename Kids Next Door was another great one.
Oh my god, Billy and Mandy.
Billy and Mandy was the
Courage
shit.
the Cowardly Dog.
No, never had
Go
it.
fuck yourself.
Regular Show and Adventure Time when they first premiered.
That was when I like started trailing off.
Exactly when they first premiered. That's why I was in love with them.
Yeah.
Give me more shows. Come
on. Dexter's Lab. Chowder and Flapjack.
Chowder and Flapjack were two fucking shows that created the human being
fucking
that I
dreams
am.
that I don't know how we got.
Yes.
You know what's really funny? I've tried rewatching Flapjack.
It's not as funny.
High as shit.
It's not as funny.
To see if it works. Not only is it not as funny, the unsettling nature of it just really comes out, and you're like, "What am I watching? I was a child.
Yes, it does.
Why did I like this?
Oh my god, Brandon, your microphone is so peaked.
Oh! I don't know why I made that sound. The whiskey is hitting. I lied.
I'm gonna pour a little bit in there.
Yeah.
Nope, no, I don't want that. Go ahead, Brendan. Pour it in real nice and deep. Thanks, buddy. Welcome to the part of the podcast that happens every single week, folks, where things go off the rails.
Not like that. You want to make it really go off the rail? Let's talk about Meat Canyon.
Fall from grace.
Double wide surprise. Is it though, or did we all get tired of the?
Make sure to spank it a little bit. It's a small glass. Small. That's perfect.
Is it that we all got over the shock value of what it was, so we kind of stopped caring?
No, honestly, some of the stuff that he winds up putting out, I still really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't leave that there. It's green.
That's my cup.
I was pouring it out so you could take this a little bit home. Yeah, you get right in front of the camera. Boy. All you get is a gray shirt. He said oogly boogly. My throat hurts.
Great googly moogly. What is that from?
Googly moogly, that ass is juicy.
What was your childhood? Because that wasn't there for me.
No, that's a TikTok.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Great googly moogly is from a child show.
Oh, well, hold on, because now we're derailing, which is my favorite part of the podcast. Because this is the part where
anything could happen.
10% of people actually keep watching.
We appreciate you.
Cartoons from
the past,
the 2000s,
the Flintstones.
We're the Flintstones. I
fucking hated that shit.
What the fuck is that name?
What the fuck is that? Chalk Zone?
Home for Imaginary Friends.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Great fucking show.
Wait, did you like Chalk Zone? Because every time I mentioned
Chalk Zone.
Why am I the only one who knew what the fuck Chalk Zone
Another
was?
fever's dream, Brendan.
No, it was, though.
I'm looking it up. Hold on.
Everyone should know Chalk Zone.
What the fuck is this?
You've never seen Chalk Zone? It was so good.
What the fuck is this?
He had a magic piece of chalk.
Who is the blue guy?
That's, I forget his fucking name, but he was an asshole.
Moving on.
He had a magic piece of chalk that allowed him to go into a different dimension where everything was made of chalk, where he could draw in that universe, and he was like a god.
Invader Zim.
Chalk.
I'm ignoring you.
Gotta catch your moxies, Danny Phantom. Gotta catch your moxies.
Danny Phantom, another great fucking show.
Danny Phantom.
Do you know... Take a deep breath, okay?
No, I was reacting to you getting excited.
Have you ever heard of a channel called Ink Tank?
No.
Let me put you on some shit.
On some shit?
Let me put you and the internet on some shit.
Okay.
There's a guy, right? His entire channel is basically dedicated to Ben 10. Which I did. Hold on. Another great show. I didn't realize, right? Of course, you in talking about YouTube, you could sit here and go, yeah, there's a fucking niche for everybody. I never realized that there's literally a niche for everybody, in that it's not like one guy that's like dedicated his whole channel to Ben 10 and like all the shows and the lore and whatever. There are so many. So I found this guy, Ink Tank, right? Because of course, like 2 or 3 years ago, I was like, Ben 10 nostalgia, whatever. He did a comic book series, a digital comic.
Okay.
He animated that comic with voiceover and like, not like super good animation, but it's more like the comic, like the character slides type shit. It's called 5 Years Later. And it takes place 5 years after the end.
You recommended this to me like a week ago.
The end of Danny Phantom, where Ben 10 and Danny Phantom cross over. Brendan.
Yeah.
There's like 5 or 6 episodes. They're like 20 minutes apiece. You really want to like stroke
My dick?
Well, I was
to Ben 10? Why, thank you. It's what I've always
I
wanted.
was gonna say. So the wrong thing, because now I have to say, the wrong thing I was gonna say is like, if you want to stroke your from when you were younger with cartoons.
If there's one thing you shouldn't say on the internet, it's that, to where I'm not even gonna repeat it. You could be on the internet saying that. I'm not saying it. What was it again? Just so the...
If you want to like scratch the itch of have to, you just help me, please. I'm trying to get to the fucking.
If you want to scratch that nostalgia feeling
of cartoon dick.
The first time you discovered hentai.
That was a great day in my life. Okay, the amount of development that my brain went through as a child the day I discovered hentai. Okay? You're gonna look me in the eyes and say, when you were 13, you didn't go, man, Totally Spies are really hot. Let me just do a quick Google. If you didn't, you're fucking lying.
I wasn't a fan of Totally Spies.
Sam from Danny, whoever it was.
Who?
Sam.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You hop on
Total Drama
You're
Island.
13 and you go.
You've seen the
XYZ
memes. Why are you into goth girls? And it shows all the cartoon characters when you're like a kid. And no,
with
stop.
boobs. You're 13 years old, so you don't know how to type either. So you're like, Sam from Danny Phantom naked, and then you instantly, because you're 13, you go click, or rather, whatever age you click on it, and then
whatever age you are, according to the internet, you're 18, based on that button you have clicked.
Allegedly. And you're telling me that discovering hentai wasn't one of the greatest days of your life? Don't lie to me.
Probably one of the funniest.
Yes, it was. because it went like this. It went, wow, she looks.
No, see, that wasn't what happened for me. I saw it. I went, she could get fucked. But this is a cartoon. What do you mean? What's happening? And then the tears from laughter of just,
really?
What the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, it's a fucked up world. The internet is weird.
Yeah, it was. Because I was not ready for that.
No.
Not at all.
Not the first time. But the second time.
You heard it here first, folks. Miguel loves hentai.
I wouldn't go as far as saying I loved it.
You fucking adore it. That's right.
At a certain part in my life, hentai filled the void that I had. We could talk about how depressed I was with my...
You not know when to cut off your man. He is ruining his online image right now.
So some other good ones. Spectacular Spider-Man. Teen Titans was fucking stellar. Just come back, okay?
Raven.
I need you to just... That's around the tree on this dick.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm taking over the podcast.
Go ahead. Go. I dare you. See what happens.
Okay. I'm going to take the focus off of hentai, Miguel's greatest love.
Brendan, everybody wants to talk about hentai, okay?
What were some other shows that, not that you liked, but like were really underrated that you feel like as a child? Like my Chalk
Mucha
Zone thing.
Lucha.
Fucking love Mucha. I am the flea. Mucha Lucha was such a good show.
Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh, yeah.
Such a good show.
Where he was only actually Jackie Chan half the time.
Yes, Total Drama Island.
Jake Long, American Dragon.
Something we were talking about last week. Back at the Barnyard.
Back at the Barnyard. Not as good as the Barnyard movie.
I heard myself.
It's a different Johnny Cash song. Can you imagine a cow singing I hurt myself?
Didn't he have a gun?
No, he had a guitar.
Oh, that's right.
You know, for the song, just holding a shotgun, cow, bullet, fucking barrel in mouth. I hurt. Just. We had a fucked up child. Mirror him.
Code Lyoko. Love the shit.
That sounds familiar.
Show.
What is that?
Really shitty, like 3D animated thing of like a bunch of kids. They got symbols and shit, and then they go into these computers and they go, "I'm going Code Lyoko," and they go into like a computer universe.
Okay.
They got really big fucking foreheads.
Well, one other show that's not really that small, but we forgot to mention this last week. The creator of Dragon Ball died. Akira Toriyama.
Yeah. Right before Dragon Ball Daima came out.
Oh, no.
Somebody should really cancel that fucking show now. Just a recommendation. Now you don't have to make it.
You don't have to do it. We don't need to get GT twice in our lifetime, and this time it's permanent.
Twice in our lifetime.
You know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
The same show. Oh, my God.
Actually, the first one may have come out before we were born. I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure it came out. I'm pretty sure it ended in 98.
Oh, okay.
Before I was born.
I was born in 98, so clearly
you are the reincarnation of
Akira
Dragon Ball
Toriyama.
GT.
Give me a book. I will draw more Dragon Ball.
And boobs.
No.
That's...
No. It's getting back to hentai. Please save me. No.
Never mind. Okay, I want to explain myself, but I don't want to bother. Okay?
Please do. No, I want to know.
No.
I want to know. Go.
Okay, Brendan. So Ben 10 was a great show.
That's what you brought it back to.
Yes.
Ben fucking 10. What about Kevin 11? Who named that fucking guy? He doesn't have 11 powers.
His last name was Kevin Levin.
I'm sorry. Levin. Totally not a play on words from Ben 10, whose last name isn't actually 10, it's Tennyson. But who's fucking counting?
Right.
We are 10, 11.
Oh, no. I can do the math. Can't wait for the shorts this week to be all fucking over the place. It's just like Mike Meyers, Hentai, Kevin 11, Mike Meyers, Hentai again. I want 5 hentai shorts this week, or it's a failure.
I want to talk a little bit more about Dragon Ball and Akira Toriyama.
I fucking see.
Why am I the one reining you in this week?
I don't know. Right? It's horrible.
Yeah.
Super sad.
Such an incredible,
an incredibly talented, got the fucking imagination of a crazy person to invent all these things, whatever. And his impact has affected all of anime and all of cartoons and everything.
The amount of things that we've seen, Fairly Odd Parents make fun of it. Fucking, yes. I thought I'd have more to name.
Why was Fairly Odd Parents the one that you pulled
The
on?
one where they're in the remote thing and they're doing the like fight, but it's kind of like anime.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
The movie makes me very sad.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Why? Tammy.
So, as I was saying.
It makes you sad.
Makes me very sad.
Why?
But Dragon Ball Super took ages to come out. And it was rushed in the beginning. It's been years since it has ended. Dragon Ball Daima, I'm sure is going to be adorable and charismatic and perfect.
But don't fucking want it.
It's a bad idea.
You have this fucking chibis.
Again,
chibis, whatever the fuck.
40 years on of Dragon Ball. You have this vacuum here. People going, look, you told us Goku was the protagonist. You took Gohan away. You reverted Goku to a little boy. You gave him blue hair and all this shit about what's going to come in the future. And then you just stopped making content about him and want to make him small again.
Mm-hmm.
Just, now that he's gone, just do that.
Yeah.
Just give us more Super or give us something fucking else.
Yeah. Give us Super Saiyan 4. Sorry, we're having a slight malfunction here.
Super Saiyan 4 is
coming.
There's no way.
I beg to differ. It's already in the same format.
So, just fucking do it again.
Right.
Just do more Dragon Ball. Stop laughing. Big boobies, Brendan.
In Dragon Ball, it's clearly what you want.
What?
You were like, do it again, but you did this hand motion, so that's why I did it bigger.
No, I'm trying to emphasize the fact that we need more Dragon Ball Super.
You need more.
More!
More! Is that you coding your hentai? Last week you were talking about traps and how you love them. This week it's hentai. What's your fetish next week?
ChatGPT, please make me a hentai version of Brent.
I don't like where this is going. This is going down a dark path. I'm going to have to cut us off here. So, on that very dark, sad note.
Oh my God. You're going to end the episode?
Do you want to?
Then you create a void.
How much longer?
A void of emptiness, Brendan.
Of what's
a void of sadness.
Yes.
A void of any. This is entirely off the rails, and this is very nice.
I don't like being the one who's trying to rein you in. It's very
You started
weird.
it.
It's very
I
weird
tried
for me.
to get away from the hentai, and you
No,
brought
you
the hentai.
did.
No, you think I was talking about because I was like this.
That I brought back for like a callback, but like when you first started talking about it, you're like, man, I'm going to talk about hentai. I'm like, Miguel, man, you're on hentai, man, hentai.
We're on hentai now.
Hentai. What a clip.
There is a subsection of the internet that would adore us if we spoke about hentai.
I'm not doing it.
You already
That is
have.
a dark corner of the internet, and we're not going down it.
Is. You ever been on 4chan?
No, actually, I haven't. But I've been at Patrick's house when he was on 4chan.
Afraid.
I have Reddit. It's fine.
I feel like it's the same thing. Only 4chan is just so much worse.
Yeah. I feel like 4chan is one of those things you accidentally click on, and you're like, what the fuck am I on? Oh, this is 4chan. That makes sense.
Reddit's the type of place where they're like, all right, so it's a 50-50 shot if you're going to see a really cute puppy or a guy getting his head chopped off with a fucking rusty saw.
So speaking of that,
4chan is the place where they'll be like, would you like to purchase the saw, the head, or the body?
at my hockey game, not last week, but the week before, it was this weird fucking thing where we were just brought up Reddit and everything, and people were like, what is Reddit, man? And someone's like, it's the fucking website where you can see people die. And I'm like... That's not it. They were talking about subreddits and doing whatever, and they're like, oh, it's like that one where you see someone get their head cut off. And I'm like, no, that's the subreddit, watch people die. And they just stopped and went, oh, okay. Like, they had no idea how to respond to me. And
That's
I'm like,
exactly what you also just peeked the microphone again.
have you ever run the Gauntlet?
No.
I ran it in high school.
50-50?
No, the Gauntlet.
What?
The Gauntlet is just a video tier list of videos that get progressively worse and worse and darker to where you're like, how is this on the regular internet? And your goal is to make it through the Gauntlet. I don't know anyone who's made it through the Gauntlet. Not a fucking soul.
What's the one that you stopped at?
In high school, and I got pretty far because it was a bit more fucking demented in high school.
Bit.
I did it recently. It seemed a lot worse, so I don't know if it was just my brain tamed a bit or what. I don't know if I could say this on this podcast, what I saw happening, but it wasn't good.
Ready? Hold on.
It was not fun. I was watching it with Isaiah because I'm like, you remember the Gauntlet? We should do that again. And we did it, and God, it was bad. It was so much worse than I ever thought it could be. Don't run the Gauntlet.
You know the worst part about that is?
What?
So I bleeped out what you said about the Gauntlet.
Yeah.
I've never run the Gauntlet.
Do you want to?
I feel like we kind of could.
Do it on the laptop. They can't see. Just turn your sound off.
I don't want to do that at all. No.
Just that's the last 5 minutes of the podcast. Just Miguel's facial reactions to the Gauntlet. Oh no. Oh no. Like, I'm pretty sure the Pain Olympics are like tier 2. The Pain Olympics? Do the thing again. I didn't watch that one until I ran the Gauntlet. Still turned my phone over for it. I didn't want to watch it. I really don't want to watch it. Did he?
He died because of that.
Oh.
It's glass, Brendan. It's piercing all of his internal organs.
Just the anus. The shame wall has been lifted.
This episode is a lot nicer than I thought it was.
You know what's going to be great?
What?
When I go to watch the episode and you didn't cut any of this.
He's right. That's exactly how it goes. It's fine.
No, especially on YouTube, you got to get rid of some of that.
How about the hentai? I'll keep bringing it back.
No, the Gauntlet.
You can't hide the hentai.
No, you can't. The weebs want it.
We can honestly, like, if you mean Isaiah got together one
stop.
night,
Do not say what you're going to say. What?
Saturday.
It is Saturday.
Next Saturday. For the concert, we just run the Gauntlet.
Nothing really sets the fucking vibe for a concert like running the Gauntlet.
It's going to be really fucked up.
You guys ready to go? I don't really feel like going out today, guys. I just want to go to bed.
I just want to...
I want to throw up and kill myself simultaneously. Can we not do this?
All at the same time?
Yeah.
Yep. Why is yours empty?
Good. There was actually liquid in there. Oh, do you need a chaser?
But now we've done it twice. How do you feel about the nighttime episodes in contrast to the daytime episodes?
I like both of them. They have their own kind of like vibes. Next week, I definitely want to do a daytime one. I think it's a nice kind of
contrast
of doing it back and forth rather than just sitting here being belligerent drunks in my basement.
Is next weekend we have the concert. So next weekend is going to be Set It Off. Basically, Saturday's the day dedicated to that between getting into the city, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
Sunday morning, us hungover, tired as fuck. This is the Anything Bowl.
We need to talk about Set It Off after this, and we'll figure it out. And because now I can tease it for the point of the episode. What did I say, 10, 15%?
To the 5 of you still watching, what's happening?
Our collab is happening. We're recording probably in like 2 or 3 weeks, like 2 weeks.
Is that confirmed yet?
Yes, I spoke to Jeff today.
Okay.
As for topic or posting or whatever, I have no idea. But we're going to be collaborating with our first channel. Not the first person to reach out to us, but the first one that I like wound up being like, oh yeah, sure. See what happens.
Seems like it's going to be a fun time.
I think we'll have a good time.
It's going to be good to see how this dynamic works with other people.
Because we're so used to just being in like our bubble and just doing the stupid shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like it'll be really different when we sit on the couch, the secondary set that we spoke about and then just never fucking did.
Yeah.
And you sit down and we're just like.
You know what I can hear? My ears ringing. Do you have that too?
Now?
Yeah, right now.
It's
ringing in that direction. Can I hear light? We should
I've transcended to God. And then we'll talk about Set It Off afterwards, folks.
Yes.
All right, so I've been Miguel.
And I'm Brendan.
And thank you for watching episode 95, folks. Brendan, what did we do last week?
We were doing episode 94 of the Anything Bowl.
Yes, we were. Do you remember what it was about?
Kung Fu Panda.
Which one?
4.
The new one.
All of them.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, technically, yes.
This week, episode 95, Mike Meyers.
Austin Powers.
Next week, episode 96, Miguel. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
Ghostbusters.
God damn you were ready.
Bye, Brendan. Have a good night. Pause. Did you say you grabbed your dick?
I just cracked my neck.
I grabbed my dick. I cracked my dick. I cracked my neck.
I leans into Mike. I just grabbed my dick.
Hey guys, what's
up? Is that on camera?
It's me, Brendan. I grabbed my dick. All right, hold on. Now I gotta get me.
You know when we made it? When we have a fluffer.
What? Oh, a fluffer? Somebody to fluff our penis?
Yeah.
But is that like... How do they fluff the penis?
How would you fluff a penis?
Probably like a sock.
I guess...
One of the two, right?
Hold it like a sock.
No, with a sock.
Oh, I'm like...
Or you jerk it off. There's just some poor dude.
You were just like, hold it.
Your fluffer would be a dude. Some poor dude sitting there.
We have different fluffers?
Yes, and he's like this. He's like...
I love the idea. I absolutely love the idea of him being like a ball boy, no pun intended, in tennis, and he's just there on one knee. And the moment we start getting soft, he sprints over and then goes back.
Here's how to know you made it in podcasting. Step 1, get a fluffer. Step 2, train him in the way of being able to sprint on command. He has his arm brace and everything.
I'm sorry, you need to train him how to sprint?
Yes.
Is he stupid?
Well, no, he has to sprint like this.
No, but you're gonna get a ball boy.
No, he sprints like this.
Oh, he sprints.
Because he needs to be able to go and like in one. We would be such good bosses to have.